First of all, thank you so much for your time this morning. What a way to give up a Saturday.
Ah, what else am I? What else are we doing? This is a
We're in a
Saturday.
pandemic. It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, we're not doing it.
This is exciting.
Wow.
To be honest.
You betcha it is, because Son of the South is really speaks to a lot of different things, and in a small interview like this, it's hard to get to it all. But I'll start with Lucas. Tell me a little bit about how you approach this character.
Going in, I remember from my show that I worked on to this. Originally, we had 2 days in between, so I was finished and I had a weekend and I'd start. And eventually, we pushed a little bit, so I had about 2 weeks. And I would love to say that I did a lot of stuff. Other than the only thing that I really did was every single day, I wanted to make sure that I knew everything backwards and forwards before I even started. And then I just relied on Barry, our director, for the rest. And then, I watched a lot of videos of Bob telling. He's a great storyteller still to this day. So I watched older videos, and then I watched a couple of what I could find of him when he was 21. And that's all I had time to really do to prepare. I didn't read his book until after the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think that would have been number one, but I guess being so busy, Lucas, being MacGyver, and and all that, you just didn't have time to look at those notes.
No, it was. I'm glad I did. When there's a reason, I guess now. I never understood it before. The Oscars have a category Best Adapted Screenplay, and this was one of the examples where it's like, it's crazy what Barry did with taking. Because our story is only the first quarter of the book, maybe. And so the rest of it is what happens after that. And then what he was able to do to merge storylines. None of the things that happen in the movie are untrue, but he did have to combine and take away things to fit it all into the narrative. And I was astounded. I was like, wow, you hit all the notes.
Lex, is this something new to you? I mean, I know bigotry and racism are out there.
Unfortunately, this isn't not as in your face as these wonderful people in our history have gone through. But yes, I think our generation has seen its own set of circumstances that are segregated, that are racist. I was fortunate enough to have a very diverse upbringing. Where I'm from is a mixture of a lot of different things. However, I was placed in a predominantly white school. So from an early age, in the 6th grade on to 12th, I was faced head on with being a minority, with young women and men, or boys and girls who just weren't used to seeing someone like me around their school. And so I had an early introduction of it. And as innocent as it was, a lot of it is not with ill intent. It literally is just because their lack of access to people outside of their families. So I remember one of the first questions I was asked when I showed up to school with cornrows in my hair, and a girl was like, "How do you get braids stuck to your head?" And she was so fascinated by my hair. And I realized in that moment that it wasn't, I didn't necessarily have to be offended, but this is a teachable moment. And what can I do with this moment to educate someone else who doesn't look like me to understand culturally what I have to offer? So that has carried through my life as much as I've traveled and moved around in different places. It's not necessarily with ill intent all the time. It's literally just an ignorance and a lack of awareness of other cultures.
I want to thank you both for your time this morning. It's such an eye-opening and beautiful film, and I hope people really, really take it to heart. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.